My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slice and Dice. We're going to be playing a new game mode here, or at least a new game mode to me. Also, I will note at this point, we are on the official V.2.0.0, no longer in beta. We can tell by this little check mark here that says we are up to date, so we are finally fully up to date, and we will always know when we are out of date past this point. Alright. Let's do this. Infinite play until you lose. So this could be a very long episode. Start with a curse, as well as gain a curse after each boss, and gain a blessing after every loop. Okay, I think this is gonna trend downwards quite quickly. I don't think we're gonna go for too many loops here. Theoretically infinite, but you're going to be charged up on a lot of negatives eventually. Fourth, single use. The fourth die you use each turn gains single use. Or archery training. And that is archers and snipers get +2 to all sides. Ooh, that's a little bit tough. That would force me to focus on getting the ability to take out range targets pretty much immediately, so kind of locks one of our upgrade patterns for the rogue. Fourth dice you use each turn gains single use. I mean, if we already have a lot of single use stuff, like the initiate stuff here, I imagine we can kind of cheese that out, line those up appropriately. Or do I just want to reroll the starting party and curse choices? Because Lost, Brigand, Defender, Mystic, Initiate, like, it's fine. Actually, this is pretty good. We have a large amount of damage potential with the 3 damage exert, as well as the 2 damage crawls, as well as the 1 damage poison. 1 damage crawls as well. Gaze the initial reroll too. Okay. I'm gonna take fourth single use. I'm going to plan around trying to make the fourth die I use every single turn the one I care about the least. Or rather, the one I care about the ability to use again the least. Mystic, that's basically just a mana for you, that's fine. Lost, you could dodge this round, but you could also not. Either way, let's push. That's good enough, and Defender, you can push one more time. Okay, so we'll probably use the Defender's Strike as our fourth. So I really need to cut through this Goblin. Then for our single and loss, we can attack the Rat, then we can use a Burst to finish it off. And now we've just got a single Archer. They run away. For 70 achievements, we've, oh boy, unlocked 11 curses. Oh, mortal at all different versions. All the way up to 100. Mortal plus, maximum of 1 for all heroes, shields, health, and pips. Limited to 1. What kind of combo survives that? I imagine not many. Statue versus medic. I mean, we do at least have Gather, so the Initiate does have the capability of turning the statue sides into +2 mana, but it costs 2 mana to do, so it's only really a benefit if another character has also rolled a blank that round. Or being forced to roll to blank that round. That's another way around it. We can also just take the medic here, get a little bit more health support. Much more consistent health support. Also the ability to set a hero to 6 HP, so just increase the HP of the Lost ridiculously at this point, right? The max HP just goes up by 3. Sure, let's do that. Heavy targeting going on here for the Lost. Brigand, you can attack and survive if you shield yourself at the same time. Defender, if you attack the Thorn, we can actually take it out this round, which would then prevent the death of Lost. I'd like the AoE heal, though, if that's what we're going to go for. All the rest of this is pretty good. So Brigand, attack the thorns, and so does the defender. They take a huge amount of damage in doing so, but we take out the target on the field that has the spikes, leaving us with just the boar. No spikes, just tusks for me, thank you. We only need one more instance of damage. I could have already locked it with just the mana we were offered previously. Alas, unnecessary. Scar or Cloak. Replace the middle side with dodge all enemy attacks and effects, or Scar, +4 to empty max HP. I do like having empty max HP on characters right now because it gives the heal 1 regen a lot of potential over the course of a long fight. Especially a long fight where I know the enemies are going to be targeting specific targets specifically, or consistently, right? So the enemies have a heavy strike, for instance. You know what? I'm going to gamble. Give me a 2. Ooh, Burning Blade. Replace the left side with 4 damage, but you lose 2 max HP. That is definitely worth this right now. Heck, it's worth it on the Brigand. Changes their exert side into a 4 damage side. No exert. Keep going. Oh, baby. We immediately roll it as well. Oh. You know what, Initiate? You just lock in that mana. That's good enough for you right now. What are the chances you're going to roll that exact same side again, or the growth side? Minimal to slim. Ah, this is something I'm going to have to be wary of. Okay, let's move back one step. What's happened here is a cantrip die has activated multiple times over the course of the turn already. So the 4th die that was going to activate there was going to be my Lost's Poison Strike. Whereas I would rather it be the Defender's Defend. Sure. Let's also just take the wolf out. Prevent a large amount of the incoming damage there against the defender. That's fine. Well, actually, no. The Lost has enough good sides that I don't have to just lock for that. It's good enough, good enough, good enough for you. Specifically, defender. That's the best damage you can hope to do. Nonetheless, way more than we ended up needing. Ranger, 2 damage engage and range, as well as a 2 damage range, a 1 damage ranged cleave. I would really like to get range earlier rather than later, and also some cleave, which we just lack entire access to, even in our spells. Love it. Get in the party, Ranger. I kind of want to continue rolling with the Brigand because we do have the 4 damage side. I'm not going to settle for the 3 damage exert. I'll settle for 2 damage on the Ranger. The best side is 4 damage on the Ranger, but it's 4, 2, 1, 1, nothing, nothing. I'm going to settle for the 2. Second best on the board for us. Okay. I'm definitely fine with the Brigand losing a 1 damage space. We can give health as well as regen to the Initiate on the bottom line. Regen to characters here is going to be particularly good, especially considering they can do poison later on, which will effectively just cancel out. I could get 8 mana this turn if I really wanted to, take all of these, and then use Gather. Replace all of our blank sides with 2 mana. I mean, we can do that, and then we could renew, like, 2 different characters on the field. We could burst. God, that actually seems really good, doesn't it? And alongside that, one of the sides that we used there to trigger the single-use negative, our curse at the moment, was one of these sides that we'd only just generated. So we effectively managed to sidestep our downside for that round. Okay, so I'm looking to do renew there, and then I guess I'll put this on a different target. because both the Initiate and the Brigand are quite healthy at the moment. Also going to undo and just keep a single burst in the bank. Seems like that could be useful later. 2 damage, that's your best output possible. Ranger, love to get more regen here. Because this fight will take a while. It's not like we have high damage sides outside of the 4. I don't really consider the 3, the Exert, a high damage side, because I kind of consider it to be 1.5 damage over the course of 2 different turns, right? Especially in a fight like this, where the fight is long enough for that to actually be reasonable. Obviously, if it ends the fight, it doesn't matter that it's going to take next turn away from you. Oh, there's our 4. Love to see it. So, hang on. Yes, here we go. So, again, this is another instance of attempting to line up our 4th die with something that is single use already. And that did manage to take away the negative. Beautiful. Glad to see that works like that. Nothing else needs doing right now. Troll has 7 HP going to the next round. I mean, Medic, that is such a ridiculously useful space for you. Same on the Defender. I think both of you just have to take those. I mean, heck, if you're just going to give me all of the bursts in the world, then sure, I'll be able to kill them. First aid kit. Orange heroes only. Replace the left side with heal for cleanse. There's also liquor. Swap the top side with the rightmost side, and then +2 to max stored mana. I'm going to take this because it gives me the ability to put the ranged cleave side on our ranger into an area where it could benefit from citrine rings specifically. There are also other things that target your last slot, to be clear, but citrine ring is the one that I'm typically thinking of when I optimize around it. Alright, choose a curse. All monsters get +2 max HP for each X, Y, and Z in your name. So none right now. And Broken Heart. Must be equipped immune to healing, a permanent item. Or I can get a random tier 1 curse. I'm taking the X, Y, Z here, I think. We don't... Hang on. Where's the X, Y, or Z in our name? Quartz got extra HP. What's going on here? Hang on. All monsters. +2 max. Oh, right. You're is referring to the monsters. Got it, got it, got it. I thought it was... I just have to avoid choosing classes like Berserker? No, that just has an S. Hang on. There's got to be a class with one of those letters in. I mean, Mystic has the Y. There we go. I did think it was oddly not particularly limiting. This makes much more sense. Oh, yes, the engage side. I will also take the highest defense side on the Defender and the Initiate's growth side. In a fight that looks like it could go for a little while like this one. Yep, that's what we're looking for. Brigand, you push again. Medic, you push again. Oh, baby. Interesting. So here's my plan now. We're not even going to use the Shatter in order to kill this Quartz. We're going to try and get the Bandit to run away by overkilling the Quartz. So now I'm looking for any source of 3 or 4 damage. There aren't a huge amount of those, to be fair. And both of them exist on the Brigand. Oh boy. Yes, this could certainly be better. But I believe. Brigand, you can do this. You were born to do this, in fact. There you go, buddy. Pops the Quartz and makes the Bandit run. Seer versus Soldier. Soldier for more consistent results. Seer for the ability to invest our mana into future turns, as well as more single-use sides. I think it's time to go for the Seer. Really do like that we can optimize around nullifying the downside of one of our curses. As many of our curses as we can do that to, I want to. Then I only get blessings after that point. Oh. I mean, board state's currently fine, but it doesn't save our brigand. I'm gonna push for basically everyone still, I think. And again, because that was kind of atrocious. Oh boy, it didn't get a huge... I mean, 2 people got great sides here, but for everyone else, there's MasterCard. Let's kill the Slimer instantly. We don't even end up using 4 dice in that total turn, so we don't have to worry about our single-use action. Perfect. Another 2 is great for me. Alright. Let's get one of the Slimelets down. Defend the Brigand, use the single use on our Seer. Then I'll strike the top Goblin and roll a Foretell in order to get 1 more mana next turn. So with 2 mana this turn, we have the ability to kill the entire top line. So if I just lock blanks here, we can fund the end of this match. I mean, also the 4 damage from the Brigand, I guess, is pretty helpful. Makes it so that I don't actually have to do anything else. Lead Boots cannot be rerolled, but +1 to all sides. I do like can't be reroll +1 to all sides. Do I like it for my characters right now? There's a bit of a different question in it. Iron Pendant, +1 to all incoming shields. That's pretty good, and it could help me guide my direction for our Defender or our Brigand upgrade here. Specifically, it could help guide me there because the Brigand has the ability to get, you know, attack and self-shield, has the ability to get steal attacks, and has the, just those 2. And then the repels also come in on Defender, as well as the target self for shielding, redirecting to... So I'm explaining this all poorly. They are the 2 people who are capable of generating shields on themselves exclusively with a base action. That's what I meant. Why didn't I just say that? I'm still waiting for the coffee to get through my system. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Let's go for the Iron Pendant in the meantime, though. And attempt to use it as such for guiding our gaming here. Real bad. Not good. Atrocious. Roll again. Slightly better. Not great. Atrocious. Roll again. I'm not going to complain too loudly. It's fine, I guess. Okay. My main goal right now is to attempt to set up the snake in the center line for a targeted kill by the Brigand. I think that is our best way of succeeding here. How long can I try for before I have to give up on it, though? Because if the Brigand fails to roll it this turn, suddenly I have a lot of holes in this ship I need to plug. Oh boy, it's getting dire. Okay. Let's heal the available targets with the medic. Defend as well. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Gonna work to individually murder the snake, leaving us with 7 mana, and then I guess we just foretell twice. Carry as much mana as we possibly can into the next turn, and then just try and overwhelm them. Okay. I only have to overwhelm one of them, and then the other will run away if I do this correctly. And it should be kind of hard to do it incorrectly at this point. Okay. 2 bursts and a Brigand Strike takes both bandits. Brute. I mean, that's one of the characters that has self-shield. And then another character that has self-shield here is the Monk, who would redirect all attacks to themselves. I like taking the Monk here. The Monk has an early access to shield and cleanse, as well as some shield repel for a little bit of AoE hitting on the enemies. Can be particularly important, especially as we come up towards the illusions later on. I mean, this also allows me to utilize my 4 damage blade on the Brigand just a little bit longer here, and I would like just a little bit longer to work with that. Yeah, let's get the Monk. I think it's time. You will also take the extra self-defense. And Medic, you are going to target them with a heal 1 regen quite consistently here. Fanatic directly targets Brigand, just absolutely decides to murder them. Brigand, you should probably attack and self-defend at the moment. Also, poison on Bell sounds incredible to me. Although Brigand, most of the time here, the Monk is going to pull the attack away from you. Like, that's how this turn ends up resolving 95% of the time. Okay. We're gonna do a single defend and do all of this correctly, actually. 4 damage over there. The single use goes for poisoning the boss. And now Fanatic is only going to have 2 HP going into the next round. We're going to need to roll a Renew out on Brigand really, really quickly here. Otherwise, the Bell's AoE is just going to eventually take them down. Ranger now has the ability to take down a target themselves. Beautiful and love to see it. Monk redirecting someone else's hit towards themselves. Noble and bold. I like it. Take out the Imp instantaneously. And actually, so the Fanatic will still be killing the Medic. Or rather, we'll still be killing the Monk if I redirect from the Medic. So I want to redirect from Brigand instead. That's fine. Keeping the Renew available is more than good enough here. More than enough reason to plan around it. Wow. 2 damage cleave, eh, Bell? I didn't know you had it in you. Legitimately, I didn't know you had that attack. Monk with a redirect. Let's just throw damage in the relatively right order here. Use the single use on the single use. Defend the Brigand, and look, single burst, and the Bell is down. Diving Suit and Cracked Wheel cannot be rerolled, but +1 reroll, I really like that, and it makes me wish that I had the lead boots from before, because then both items have the downside of this side can't be rerolled. However, they both have ridiculous upside. Could be good, could be fun. Diving Suit, replace the 2 right sides with the hero below's base right sides. I mean, I can give the Ranger 2 attacks instead of 2 blanks there. I don't particularly like it. I think I'm going to take the random tier 4. Smelly Manure. Oh. Adds decay and growth to all sides. Also got the Eye-Coiled Snake. Must be equipped. Starts poison. Tier 3 heroes have +1 max HP. Yeah, I think we'll go with that option. Smelly Manure. Adds decay growth to all sides. So the ones that are going to grow are going to be the ones off the midline. I'm going to have the Monk just really good at redirecting attacks to themselves. That's the only way I can really plan to utilize that, I think. Ugh. I guess I don't have to utilize it as well. That's another good point. What about on the Brigand? And it buffs up the self, shield, and growth sides. And the exert is only on the 3 sides I don't want. Sorry, the decay is only on the 3 sides I don't want. The 1 damage, the 1 damage, and the 3 damage exert. Because then I can have the Burning Blade overwriting the first space, so it doesn't even have decay. Yeah, let's do it to make the Brigand slightly stronger here. And gives them even more reason to roll the self-defend. Monk, I would really like you to redirect to yourself still. Great work. Okay, Medic, you can prevent the poison as well as the weaken on yourself. Huge value. I think the sniper in the back line, being the target that is going to be the hardest for me to otherwise take out, is the target I should prioritize there. The Seer did roll nothing this turn, so I will have to lose one of these die. I don't want to lose the growing side on the Brigand. So I guess I should lose the cleansing side on the Medic. Hey, Brigand, nice roll. In fact, Monk, if you defend yourself here, you still get to strike 2 enemies. So let's roll. Monk defends themselves, Medic gets us some mana. The Ranger throws out an AoE strike, and then our single use comes up, so the Seer uses their single use. Brigand, if you attack the Quartz and I burst it, it dies, then we can burst the Imp and it dies, and now we just have one of you buggers left. I'll get ya soon, buddy oh boy oh pal oh Jim. Promise kept. Scrapper versus Berserker. Whoa! Scrapper? No! Okay, Scrapper got changed hugely. Oh, this breaks my heart. Scrapper used to have 5 max HP, but they had a Bloodlust and a charged space. So they had a space that was dealing extra damage according to how much mana you had, which would obviously be pretty good for us right now, as well as a damage per damaged enemy, or additional damage per damaged enemy. They keep their 2 steel sides, which is nice, but like, the Monk doesn't give shields to other characters, so a little less useful. And then we also have the Berserker here. Do I want to go Berserk? I don't have a particularly strong healer in terms of like single target healing. So the Berserker just gets to be very powerful for a couple of turns, and then I hope I finish the match in time. I guess that's where I'm at though. Oh god. Who's gonna hold the decaying and growing and stuff? Who's gonna handle that bit? I guess it goes back to the Monk then. This is a wild world, and I don't know how it's gonna go. Do I want to give the Burning Blade to someone in this fight? Another target that has the ability to deal 4 damage in a single instance. Honestly, pretty good. Yeah, I think I should give it to the Medic. It's particularly important here because the Ghost takes an instance of 2 damage, and then an instance of 4 damage skips their invulnerability. Otherwise, you can't kill him in a single turn. There's 4, there's the growth side, that's another growth side, that's 2 damage, that's... Okay, I mean, I'm gonna see if I survive this. Because we are killing the Ghost, yeah. So we should be fine. Oh, hang on. Who's happy losing the side? I guess the Medic's mana side is probably the one I need the least. Okay, and then we keep the Berserker alive by the Monk redirecting to themselves. We have the ability to foretell this turn. There goes the Ghost. Yeah, all of that's good enough. I don't want to push past that. Interesting. I mean, the AoE heal is really good for our top line. There's also 2 AoE strikes there. Targets are exclusive on the board right now, so the monk actually doesn't get particularly good effect out of a repel. Thankfully, I also do now have a side that has single use on it. Let's just get stuck into the round. I'm gonna start off by double bursting the Slimer on top. Just so that I have 2 targets sorry, 3 full targets on board for both of my cleaves. Use that single use on the Seer again. Monk, do you even really want to... I mean... Use this to defend. How many more times am I going to roll in this match? But there will be an art around figuring out whether or not I even want to decay the sides that they're holding. And significantly reduce incoming damage just by taking out a Slimer. One easy step to reducing incoming damage. Kill the thing damaging you. Fall to the Slimer, and then we get a successful AoE. Oh, baby. A Fairy Pact and Beam. Oh god. Fairy Pact. Replace the rightmost side with +4 mana. -4 max HP. I would love to have that. But how many of my characters can really deal with having less max HP at this point? There's also Spell Beam, 7 damage for 5 mana at range and single cast. That actually has the ability to kill a Quartz outright. Kind of important. We do have the ability to generate 5 mana in a single turn with the Seer and the Medic both rolling maximum. I'm going to take the Fairy Pact. I have too many characters that don't have anything to do with their final side. The Medic has no max HP. I should probably let the Medic still have some max HP, huh? 4 damage on the Medic right now. Yeah, having access to a slight heal and cleanse might be pretty good here when we're going up against Quartz. Got to deal with that weekend. Ugh. Heavy targeting of Seer right now, unfortunately. Best side for both the Ranger, the Monk, and the Seer rolled out here. Berserker, honestly, deal 3 damage rather than 4 damage and take none yourself. Best side of the Berserker as well. The Medic also tried, I'm sure. I should probably take out the target that I know is consistently going to be problematic here in the Quartz. Rather than just trying to judge whether or not the Ludus is going to consistently roll 6s for the rest of the fight. Monk, save the Seer. Seer, use the single use. Medic, your heal cleanse is entirely unnecessary at this point. Roll a Foretell and end the round. Again, a couple of our best sides rolled immediately. In fact, I also like the mana on the Medic there. 4 on the Berserker, that's fine as long as it's used against Ludus. So, I want to deal this 4 damage to the Spiker, if possible. Let's get the Medic side be our single use. Berserker and a single burst takes out 1 target, and then Renew can keep the Monk alive. foretell for some more mana next turn. It's a little bit slow going here, but the spike is going down eventually. Monk, redirect yourself. Yeah, I mean, that's great. You're defending against the incoming damage on you as well as another target. Thank you for the ranged attack as well, Ranger. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Should probably redirect from the Seer so that I actually have the ability to send some poison into the enemy. And then next round, we've already got them. I could even just double burst and end the round if I wanted to. So I will. Roulette and Eccentric. Oh boy. Oh my god. Roulette. Imagine Roulette with our Smelly Manure here. Adds decay and growth to all sides. So the cantrips will grow over the course of the match. Unfortunately, with the sticky mandatory death, I would really be disincentivized from continuing to roll. I can replace that side if I really wanted to with just a 4 damage blade. Wow, do I actually take the roulette here? Yeah, let's do it. Let's have the manure actually be a good item. So it is manure there, and then I replace that blade with my own from home. I'm very excited about this possibility. 2 more max mana. There we go. I'll swap the Seer. Well, actually, this should probably just go on a target that's going to stay alive for a longer period of time. Up against 3 bones and a lich. I mean, 2 targets are being shared at the moment. Roulette, I do just want to continue rolling for you. Even though you are hitting pretty good sides. I mean, you don't have bad sides right now. I kind of saw to that. Let's defend the Berserker. Giving ourselves the ability to take out one of the bones. Set up a heal and restore on the Seer. On the Seer? Actually, no, probably on the Berserker. Single use on the Seer, though. And 4 damage. Yeah, I can better weather the damage on the Berserker, especially with the regen we just set up on them. Single foretell and push onwards. Yes. Finally, my cantrips are coming in. Seer rolls their maximum mana for the first time as well. Thank you for the 4. Oh, the cantrips, baby. Oh, the growing cantrips. Let it grow. And again. Oh, yes. Okay, so I have a single use now, so I've got to remember that I have single uses that I have to worry about. So cantrip sides can delete themselves accidentally. Whoops. I can't go too heavy into the cantrips. I can go reasonably heavy into the cantrips, but this is a lot of scaling damage over the course of this fight. Roulette takes that out, and now I have a cantrip worth 5 on the top side. Now, I'm going to double foretell, and I'm also going to use Renew to get the Seer back into a healthier position. Oh, baby. See, at this point, I can even just lock the cantrip sides. And in fact, I should at this point, because we got petrified. Berserker, yeah, we're going to need some health. I guess the medic getting the cleanse right now would be the best. Monk as well. Well, I'll deal with what I can. Okay. So I roll that single defend there, and then a burst. The Lich is now just above death. I'm going to instantly kill it. Summoning only 1 bones to the field and instantly killing that. Yeah, I knew I had the ability to get lethal that round if I focused just a little bit. Early Grave! Oh, Early Grave got changed. Okay, so now it adds Pain and Cantrip to the top and bottom sides, rather than adding Cantrip to all Pain sides, as well as giving you 3 empty max HP. Then there's also Leaden Handle, had Heavy and +1 to all sides. Who would be really good with Early Grave? Like, I could give cantrips to the Berserker's Pain sides, and they are already Pain sides. So it just means they would cast immediately with random targets. Very, very powerful, but I would need to combo it with something on the Berserker that keeps them alive while they do it. Like, you know, all your attacks have self-heal or self-shield, or you cannot be damaged in your turn as one Thimble. Let's take it, just in case we can use it. Lead Weight. Replace the top and bottom sides with blank. It is a permanent item. You must give it to someone. Skulk. During the 3rd turn, +1 to all enemy sides. I'm going to take that. Adding Pain and Cantrip to both of the redirect attacks to yourself? I can have everyone redirect all their attacks to the Monk. The Monk gets an additional shield. So they take 3 pips worth of damage and they shield themselves for 4 pips worth of damage. So they're generating a shield every single time they do it. They're redirecting other people's targeting towards them. So they're thinning down on the amount of targets on the board that are being focused on. Although they lose their own best ability to defend themselves later. I'm going to try it out in this fight. Okay, the Berserker is not currently looking like they're dying. What are my best rolls this turn? Like, Berserker, do you have anything better than that? Not really. Roulette redirected their attack in the cantrip phase to the Monk. Kind of special, kind of cool, kind of neat. I think I might be able to push through with the rest of this. Okay, so we have the single use for the next hit, so the Seer should attack the Slate, getting the excess damage dealt out that way. Then the Monk redirect from the Seer to yourself. So everyone is currently just attacking the Monk. It's just an absolute pile-on. Am I really okay with losing the Monk in the first round like that, though? See, yours is still got a flyer like that. I mean, anyone killing the Thorn is going to be dealing damage back to the Monk. I think I just deal with losing the Monk. I mean, the Pain Early Grave kind of confirmed that that was going to happen, like, really quickly. I can't pretend that it didn't foretell that doom. There goes the Sniper. We bring back our Monk and Keeper. Keeper. So Keeper would have Pain and Cantrip on the Shield 5 Steel sides. Again, only if we get something like Karma does that really work out for us, where we give 5 shield to someone else and then gain 5 ourselves. Cantrip and Pain on the Wraith sides there, not particularly great either. The Wraith has the ability also for us to kill an ally in order to heal all of our people on field. Don't really love doing that here. It's a good way to eke a lot of extra value out of a battle, but we don't have a lot of max HP on characters, so seldom will it be the right thing to do. I think we can take Keeper. I just don't think we have any use for the Early Grave at this point. Giving more max HP to Seer and then having them just roll through the 3 mana single use really, really early on, that might be a good enough reason. Okay, the additional shielding should... Honestly, the additional shielding at this point should probably go to the Berserker, because no one else applies shield to the Keeper. So only if we use Burst on the Keeper and then use Shield Steal from the Keeper on someone else is the Iron Pendant better on them than someone else. Actually, I've talked myself around with that exact description. Yeah, and that's a pattern that we will kind of consistently do, so it's fine. Seer, take your mana. Roulette, I would really like you to hit with some... Actually, Roulette, you can't hit with your cantrip growths right now because the basilisks will just petrify those spaces. So yeah, get the 6 damage out with the AoE here. Go hog wild with it. Keeper, you need to stay alive, ideally. Yeah. Something like this looks good to me. Let's get rid of the snake. Also, our single-use modifier there. Use renew to heal up the Keeper, and then heal 1 and regen as well. Just trying to set up for a little bit more robust and resilient of a future here, considering we have 2 basilisks that, yeah, a lot of our damage is going to disappear while we're still trying to fight them, so I am kind of worried that we might run out of resources if we take a little bit too long. Nice 5 damage there though, Roulette. That'll help. That'll certainly help. Let's get the AoE heal to be the thing that we lose here. Then a 3 and a 5 takes out the Basilisk on the bottom line, as well as prevents the weakness. Single Foretell, just in case I have to worry about just accumulating extra mana via Foretell in order to kill the enemy here. Don't have to worry about Petrified Sides if they're already single use. Another Foretell, and hold. And we've got him. 6 HP, and I have 6 mana. That's enough to burst him. Although I'll defend the Berserker and let them get the honors. Tourmaline Paraiba. Add error to all mana/mana gain side, so it gets +1 at the end of each turn. Seer is not the highest level of mage for us. We could still get Sorcerer. I really want Tourmaline Paraiba just for the possibility of getting Sorcerer there. There's also Flute. Replace the rightmost side with shield 1 to all allies and cantrip. Oh, hilariously, that could actually be moved into a space that is then affected by Smelly Manure. Although it's only one space, but it does have the ability to get ridiculous shielding across the entire team. I'm taking Tourmaline Paraiba here. I will put it on the Seer, but it's not going to be particularly important just yet. Oh boy. A lot of exclusive targeting here as well, so Roulette and Medic both threatening to die. 2 core eggs threatening to burst as well. Yeah, I'm gonna need to roll damage on Roulette. Definitely. And defense on the Keeper as well. Seer, you may absolutely take your mana. Wow. The Berserker rolling a 3 is so much less useful here than I want it to be. I mean, I can use it to kill a single Gnoll if I really want to this turn. In combination with the Cleave Decay. But I have to... I mean, By now, I'm already letting core eggs live. Like, I have to do that already. Which I deeply did not want to. I'm letting both of them hatch. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's not good. That's not enough. We need to push. That didn't get better, did it? Oh boy. Like I can burst a core egg and then we lose roulette? Is that really how I want this to go down? Alternatively, we can just let a core egg pop and keep roulette alive. Boy! Oh, 2 cores! That's so much damage. They truly do the most. We hit a 5 damage turn on roulette. Core on the bottom line is a bit rough, but Berserker, you're gonna have to use a normal hit if you have the ability right now. Great mana on Seer. Love seeing that. Okay, I can probably not keep Seer alive. How would we best do it? That would be 5 damage to the core, and then 2 damage to them in the backline using that hit. Then we do an AoE heal from the medic. Then, in fact, to save the medic a lot of incoming damage, I'm going to kill a Knoll, use a single burst to take out another core egg, and then foretell. Okay. The fight could have been a lot worse. The fact that we had the ability to take out one of the cores immediately in the next round really helped make up for a lot of the weaknesses in the first round. Also, all of the enemies consistently choosing different targets to one another is wild. Oh, it hurts. Oh, it do. I mean, you know, the Knolls both have heavy attacks, but also in the first turn it was Exert, so... I suspect a good idea for me right now might just be kill targets. Let's start off with that Knoll. Then... at Knoll. Kill that core, and or rather kill the core egg, and then blow up this core, finishing off the fight. Barbarian. Access to 8 damage pain, 6 damage pain, 4 damage pain, 2 damage bloodlust on 2 different sides, and 10 damage death, as well as the Prophet. I really like the Prophet here. Has Soothe, heal 1 to all allies, and regen. Heals across the entire party. Has heal 3 rescue, so we have the ability to make more use out of people's HP bar, and also the ability to give people vitality, increase their max HP so that we have more space to play with. Love it. Prophet's the right upgrade for us. Anything else I need to change about this just yet? No. Not that I can think of. Up against Tyrantus and 3 spiders here. Seer and the Prophet both threaten to die on turn 1 immediately. We could get... Roulette really needs to roll as many times as possible. Every single time I want to not... I realize that the value is being lost if I let any reroll fail to possibly hit a cantrip on them. The tremendous, gigantic value that is being lost there. Although the 4 damage that we can do right now does just take a spider off the field. And that's good. Thank heck the Prophet gets the ability to save themselves there. So, roulette, you can take out the one targeting the spider. Whoa, hang on. I think I'm more comfortable losing roulette's 4 damage here because I'm consistently pushing roulette's roll. So you'll use yours as the single use. Also, Roulette is going to be killed pretty quickly when Tarantus devours the topmost enemy. Keep the Prophet alive. Nice. I mean, decaying AoE as well as a block shield is fine here. We can get poison out. Like, we can have just, like, a reasonable turn right now. Although, again, Roulette really did want to cast other things. One poison on the boss. A spider down. A little bit of damage dealt and some more max HP on the Berserker, who can certainly use it. Bunch of characters attempting to kill the Keeper right now. Ooh! Finally managed to hit one of my cantrips. Ooh! And another one, baby! We're off to the races. Okay, soon we will be able to use the Soothe. Soon. Berserker, it's time for you to lose your 4 damage. Going to kill the remaining spider. Then I'm going to keep the Prophet alive via a gigantic defense towards it and a single Soothe. Using a Foretell gives me 4 mana, so I know I already have access to Soothe this round. So now I'm just pushing for cantrips. And in fact, that's good enough. I'm happy for Roulette to not roll one more time, but still just use that cantrip. Yep. So Roulette at this point will die as soon as they strike the enemy. I have no way to prevent this here. That's just part of fighting Tarantus. But then I can roll... Well, I can just roll 3 different Soothes against my party if I wanted to right now, but we could also just burst the boss to death, so I'll do that one. Olympian Trident adds cleave to the middle side. Also hits both sides of the target. I mean, 5 damage cleave is pretty good. I gotta say, heal 4 vitality cleave is also really good. Shield 2 repel cleave? Could be good. There's also the Iron Blood Pendant. A little bit more boring, I guess. Probably the best descriptor here. +3 to incoming healing and shields. I'm going to take the Olympian Trident. There's so many things we can do with it. I don't know what I'm going to, though. Right blank. Replace the rightmost side with blank for all heroes. I mean... I'm assuming that we still have the ability to override that after the fact. Boss armor. During boss levels, at the start of the first turn, shield 2 to all enemies. I think we'll take that. Okay, the Olympian Trident. I mean, I don't want the sticky space back on Roulette, so I guess I can't use that on you. I mean, Prophet doing the heal 4 with Vitality and Cleave, that is huge. That is gigantic. Okay, we can't heal people out of their deaths right now. I mean, I guess we can heal the Berserker out of their death if I wanted to with the heal 3 rescue on the Prophet, but it's just not, you know, particularly powerful. It's like 6 HP between it and the Roulette this turn I get. Really? Maybe it's a better idea. 6 HP from that heal is pretty good. It is a pretty stark low roll compared to the heal 4 Vitality Cleave. That's 12 max HP and 12 current HP to a lot of members of the team. But I think I do need to be realistic as well. Okay. Let's go with the Berserker striking, putting themselves down to death, and then the Prophet is going to heal them back up and also heal up the Roulette. Then we have single use, which is going to be rolled against the Seer's ability. Then if I... Okay, so I do want to roll out Soothe this turn if possible as well. So I have to kind of overkill a target. We overkill that Wisp. Shield the Seer, and then I can run a Soothe, giving everyone 1 regen as well as 1 current HP. Ooh, baby, we got our cleave side. Thank you for the cleave max HP. I think we continue pushing the roll on everyone else. 5 damage outright right now is a good result for the roulette, just capable of taking a character down. So you can take down the wisp that's currently targeting you super effectively. Get 1 mana for having done so. Again, line up the single use on the Seer with something that was already single use. The Keeper can keep the roulette alive at this point. Berserker can also prevent some incoming damage on the Seer. If the Berserker rolls a hit here against anyone, I'm going to lose them. So I think I'm probably just better served by setting up another Soothe. Eventually my party is just regenerating so much HP that the enemies become significantly less impactful. They can't really meet the requirements I'm consistently asking for from them. All of these are kind of low rolls right now. Giant amount of mana for the Seer. I mean, I do like this healing effect on the Prophet. Maybe I should roll past it again, though. Okay. I'm actually going to roll past it on the Prophet. Everyone else is going to lock. This is the opportunity here to kill the core on the bottom side. So that's occurring via 1 AoE strike, 2 AoE strikes, and then I use the Keeper to defend the Berserker, killing the core in the back line. So we do now have the ability also to keep the Seer alive. Although the Seer can be kept alive just by using 2 bursts against the bones on the top line. A Foretell then gives us enough mana for a Soothe next round. Oh, baby. Even more mana. Thank you, Tourmaline. Tourmaline Paraiba? Yeah, Tourmaline Paraiba. Really pulling its weight in this run. As it does in every run I've seen it in, it is a powerhouse. Heal and Shield is good enough for the roulette to stay on the board. And we can just finish off the Basilisk with a bunch of bursts. Sorcerer and Veteran. Sorcerer, though. And Veteran. Oh, no! We can't take Sorcerer! It's so much mana. It's truly so much mana. Unfortunately, the 4th dice we use every single turn has single use. Is that going to be enough of a problem before the end of the run? No. I'm taking it. Give me all of these large sides, please. Oh, we have so many cantrips. This is going to be a problem. All of my characters are dying this round. I mean, I guess thanks. The Berserker is now capable of doing more. With the Death Wish side of 6 damage. 5 damage on the roulette. This is a lot of damage this is all adding up to. Okay, next is the single-use side. I'm going to use the... probably the roulette's 5 damage, actually. Yeah. Then heal and shield on the Berserker, and everyone else is going to generate as many resources as they can because I want to set up for a Oh, gosh. Actually, this is going to be fine. I shield myself against the on-hit damage from the demon. Then I roll a miasma against the middle of the party, taking down the demon, leaving just 2 trolls here, both with poison on. And I can even line up, put even more poison on them. That seems fine. Especially if the Prophet wants to roll a certain healing side this turn. Let's keep pushing just a wee bit here. Huge amount of mana for the Sorcerer to be able to generate. Let's take that 5 on you this round. And push on everyone else again. Oh, Prophet, big hit. Okay. Let's get the... Oof, gosh. I guess I am going to use my 5 mana as a single use here. The Prophet's then going to heal themselves out of death's range. A single Soothe then sets up for 2 more heals from the Prophet out of death range. The Berserker can put themselves back into death's range in order to get healed by the Prophet 1 more time. And it's not every 4th dice, it's just the 4th dice you use in a turn, so I don't have to worry about doing it again. We take down the Prophet in this round. Sorry, the Prophet. We take down the Troll in this round so that I don't have to worry about their incoming damage. Oh, baby. Bunch of blanks. I'm going to take enough to just survive through this round, even if everything goes to heck. Seems like the right idea. Chaos Wand and Dolphin. Dolphin, add Echo to all sides. Copy the value of the previously used dice this turn. Copy the value of the previously used dice this turn. So the Tourmaline Paraiba and all of those kinds of things become pretty big. Copy the value of the previously used dice this turn. I guess it gives everything the ability to follow whatever the most recent cantrip was. And the cantrips can either be small or large. I don't know. I don't think that works with my cantrip situation that I'm doing right now. We also have Chaos Wand. Replace the middle side with 1 damage, single-use cleave, engage, self-heal, weaken, and vulnerable. I mean, it already has cleave as a keyword, so the trident does nothing there. I can't really affect that middle space effectively either. I'm going to take the Dolphin and try and make it work. And Echo to all sides. So I'm going to take the Fairy Pact off of the Sorcerer. And... But if I want them to Echo, do I want them to gain mana per turn? This is the plan to try and get the cantrips of Roulette to set the value of the cantrips for the Sorcerer. So I'm going to use Tourmaline Paraiba in order to increase the mana gain and heal of the Prophet instead of the Sorcerer here. Then I'm going to put the Olympian Trident on the Keeper now instead as well, giving the ability to defend 3 targets at the same time and reply against all of the incoming damage. So that the Prophet can now hold the Fairy Pact. So that they also have a 4 mana Error side that's growing. Oh boy. Lot of damage on the field right now. Keeper does roll their best side, so if the Keeper defends themselves, they will defend themselves, the Berserker, and the Prophet, each for 2, which will deal 3 instances of damage to the Hydra. Yeah, we've got this. We've absolutely got this. Prophet, do you just want to generate mana this turn? I guess, yeah, that's good enough. Well, actually, I guess there are better spaces for you for doing that. And they're getting worse after this point, though. Oh, oops. Okay. Berserker, you need to roll your first hit and hard. Then Keeper, defend thyself. If I get 1, 2 more instances of damage against the Hydra, it'll be down, and then we just have the 2 Fanatics on the field. The Trident Cleave is not to be messed with. Okay. Let's get 4 mana out of the Sorcerer there with a wee little shuffle. And finish off the final Fanatic with a burst. Up against the final boss of Hexia, we've got a Leader and a Bash as our possible upgrades here. I mean, my Berserker is not really my most powerful class. Hasn't been for a very long time. Enabling other people to do whatever they do again is honestly probably the best result here for us. Yeah, let's do it. Most of our damage comes from other sources, happily. Okay. Now, how do I feel about this fight? Roulette is going to be dealing damage to themselves every single time they cantrip and grow, making that really tough. I think I might just need to strip everyone of everything right now and then try and refigure out from Tabula Rasa what we do. So, a cleaving, shielding side seems pretty good, but I'm going to need the ability to overwhelmingly defend my team. So I think the cleave should probably be on the Prophet. The Tourmaline Paraiba then sounds like it goes on the Sorcerer, who, I mean, in all reality, the Sorcerer is not going to have the ability to use any spells. If I put Fairy Pacts on them, I would have to shield them ridiculously in order to even allow them to cast spells in the first place. Dolphin copies the value of the most recently used dice this round. I really do like the replacement of Roulette's negative with this Burning Blade. I mean, they're going to continue rolling those cantrips no matter what, but if the cantrips do any amount of damage, they'll just hit Hexia and kill Roulette immediately. And I can't bring Roulette back. So that means, like, our best damage in this fight is Miasma and waiting, and then trying to just constantly keep my party alive with Soothe and things like that. Ugh, that makes everything so much harder to do as well. It's the rightmost side with that. No. I mean, I guess I do care about Liquor. Dolphin, add Echo to all sides. The Leader having Smith Echo here is pretty good. So if I roll something like, you know, Shield 5 Steel, I then have a Shield 5 Smith following up immediately. Although it's not like other people have AoE that they can really exploit with that. I'm being very precious and cautious here, but I would actually like to see through to the other side of this and see what blessings we can get. Alright. I think that's probably the best we can do. Oh boy. Fairy Pact, nope, can't lose the max HP. Early Grave, nope, can't lose the HP. Smelly Manor, nope, can't afford to use it. Dang Hexia, fun ruiner, how dare you. On hit, attacker will take equal damage to what they were dealt, and then Hexia also says, whenever mana is spent, deal that much damage to the bottom hero. Heavy, heavy, heavy kind of counter. Keeper, yeah, you have the ability to try and keep someone alive. Leader, the ability to repeat. Great, both of you. I would like the Prophet to roll a different side right now, if possible. You got it. That's the max HP I was looking for, and in fact, I'll probably get you to use that 2 times this turn. 2 damage cleave right now. I mean, I take damage to 2 of the imps on the field. And the Hexia that I hit. Ugh. Still probably worth, though. Okay. Let's go for the Prophet, doing a AoE there, and again. If I send out that damage, I can follow up with a Miasma, killing one of the imps, setting up a little bit of poison on the Hexia. I want to have Hexia poisoned as quickly as possible, but I also want to set up as many soothes on my own party as possible, so I'm going to have to balance my instinct between those two. I do have the ability, if I really wanted to duplicate Echo across the entire party, so the Keeper could shield someone for 5, and then the Leader could just give 5 damage to everyone on the board, and then everyone just does a hit for 5. The only problem is everyone doing a hit for 5 right now kills me. Not what we want. Roulette's also very close to dying right now if they don't hold up for a second, so I'm gonna try and do that. Sorcerer, that's good enough. I will settle for good enough right now. So, Keeper. Giant Defend on the Sorcerer, setting up an Echo on the Leader. Ooh, actually, I don't want to do that first. Prophet, you heal Roulette. Oh no, hang on. Sorcerer, you gain mana. Then Prophet, you heal Roulette and gain mana. Because that's the one I want to be the single-use side. Then Keeper, you defend the Sorcerer for a value of 5. The Echo on Smith is now a value of 5 on an AoE hit for Roulette here. To murder the entire board as well as themselves at the same time. Run a Soothe before doing it, and Roulette has the ability to do it. Great. So there goes the 2 imps on the board. Hexia continues to petrify the Keeper. Keeper now has literally 1 space. Prophet has literally 1 space available. Yeah, this is getting pretty bad. Leader, I'm going to have you lock in the duplicate space just so that we have the ability to deal damage this round in the worst case scenario. Well, I lost my top character. Oops. Let's heal up the Leader. Two damage for everyone. You're gonna be summoning 2 demons next round, really? I can't just use another Miasma right now. I have to use a Soothe. I have to get some self-heal going on here. The only way I can win right now is basically exclusively spells. Leader, you can give a giant shield to someone. And then they can do more damage, but The only person really capable of benefiting from this right now is the Keeper, who has a shield side still left to use. Prophet, that's your best side. No, Prophet, you have to lose your best side. Oh, really? No, Leader, you should probably lose yours. Keep the Sorcerer alive. Actually, hang on, no, I need to keep the Sorcerer alive with this, otherwise they will die to their spells. Okay. So I can use Miasma against the enemies here 5 times. Which gets pretty close to killing everyone. One, two, three. Oof. Is there any better outcome here for me? Soothe doesn't save the Sorcerer, though. No, I really think I just need to continue rolling the Miasma until I don't have Miasma to roll anymore. And then double burst one of these targets to take a demon off the field. So now it's just a demon and an imp. And the demon is already dead. Pain side and I get the reuse side. Yeah, I guess this is enough for me to win. If you can call it that. Burst. Burst. There goes the imp. And you know what? I'll even keep the leader alive. Level 21 out of infinity, and we see a new symbol here. Choose a blessing. Shiny, +2 to item quality, or shrink. All tiny enemies, such as Archer, -2 max HP. That's... It certainly it just sets them to 1, rather than just outright killing the Thorn here and just skipping this match. I'm taking Shiny. I really want higher quality equipment, because that is what's going to make this powerful. You feel weaker, your items disappear, only curses remain. Will you ever escape this fate? Well. Will we? We have whole new classes. We've got the Cultist, the Mystic, the Defender, the Ruffian, and the Thief. We've got some characters who would really benefit from having a couple of specific combo items as well. Here, the Lost, very, very powerful, but low max HP, has range and poison. Wait, did this re-rolled my classes? Oh, boy. I think, like, I tabbed out, and then when I tabbed back, it must have detected, oh, you have just hit this screen for the first time, and then it re-rolled my classes, because I had a Cultist here. Literally, it's like, what, 2 minutes ago, real time for me? Dang. Okay, well, hopefully I level up past these characters quite quickly then, because these are actually much more boring than the ones I was hoping to be working with. Let's get a heal on the Lost, and we'll just finish out the Goblin on the top line very easily. Hold our resources. Killing the Thorn is as simple as the Buckle getting an attack here. Which they didn't do. But they get enough defense to keep the fighter alive while they kill the Thorn for us. Collector versus Armorer. Collector obviously has a lot of different potential uses here. Has AoE, has focus, has some ranged strikes. Much more consistency in the Armorer though. I'm gonna take the Armorer. They also combo very, very, very well with the Lost. Speaking of, I'll give armor to someone and see how well that works out for us this round. I mean, 4 so far. And it looks like it'll follow that suit. Oh well. I can take out one of the wolves by setting up everything to use the Cruel Strike from the Lost. And now it's just a wolf and an archer remaining. Hey, there's the AoE strike. We now, well, AoE, there's the range strike rather. Now we have the ability to take out the archer in the back line. And all of the rest of this is basically how quickly do we end up taking out the wolf, because that's non-negotiable at this point. Quite quickly, as it turns out. Get him armor and lost. Clumsy Hammer and Unholy Strength. Unholy Strength +1 to the entire middle row, but you are immune to shields and healing. I really do like that. Especially on the Armorer, who has currently like a huge amount of max HP. Yeah. The Armorer is not currently super threatened, except in that... Do both of these enemies have a heavy strike? Yeah, there's a heavy strike on the Gnoll as well as a heavy strike on the Crone for a total of 10 damage in a single turn. But the Armorer should really be able to account for that. I think we're okay. The Armorer just has 4 damage to the Crone this turn. Beautiful. Damage for the Crone. We can send another 2 directly at you, heal with a single effect, and set up the Gnoll for running away. Beautiful. Sinew as well as the Mycologist here. Mycologist. Spore, add DK and +1 to target sides this turn. Sinew, we can set up for your cleave with our own shield cleave, but also giving you the shield smith is already pretty good enough. Makes it a very large cleave effect. I don't like Sinew using these 4 damage strikes, but it's a reasonably powerful way of dealing with early zombies and stuff. I guess we also do have the mage capable of doing that right now with the flares. I'm going to take the Mycologist because I don't take them commonly. Actually, I just realized by taking the Mycologist, I've overridden my ability to use flares. Oops! Now we are damage bereft. We are damage adrift. I don't think anyone should settle for what they just rolled there. Alpha's going to be summoning this round as well. Mycologist, get us 3 mana. Lost, that's a good side for you too. Literally the only thing I didn't want the Armorer to roll there was damage. Anyway, well done rolling damage. I'm going to lose the Fighter's 2 damage side there. Spore our Lost in order to do 2 damage and 2 poison to the Alpha at the same time. So we can't stop the Alpha from summoning, but we can make sure that it's not going to summon too many more. Mycologist getting 2 mana out of this turn is actually one of the best things you can do, so take it if you can get it. Healer, I would actually prefer mana out of you if possible here. Wow, really not being offered that. Fighter, 2 damage is enough. Healer, sure, I'll settle. Okay, so we can heal, sorry, we can defend the Fighter by 2, as well as increasing the damage to the point of being able to take out an Alpha by themselves. Great. I'm just going to hold on to the rest of the mana for the rest of the turns, because we've just got wolves up against us. None of you are going to summon extra bad boys to the field. I don't have to worry about that, so I think we are a-okay. Giant defense for the Fighter there to keep him around. 2 bursts. Yeah, 2 bursts against the target that is targeting the Armorer, because they are the one that cannot heal here. And final wolf goes down very, very easily. Get him with the burst. Troll Nose and Spell Hack. So Troll Nose for the regenerate 1 health at the end of each turn. Spell Hack. Replace blank sides with 4 damage this turn. think Spell Hack might be good for us. Really help us counter some of the petrification effects later on, especially. Or I could go for a random tier 4. Random tier 4s are also really powerful. Ooh, like natural. Blue hero only. Replace the 2 right sides with +2 mana. I would probably prefer that to 1 mana decay and the attempt to revive a character right now. Not really going to have many characters that need revival right now. Ideally, I guess. Up against a bunch of illusions as well as Soodle. Frail middle hero. If you have gained no shields this turn, ×2 to their incoming damage. Oh, and that's the armorer? Uh-oh. There's also start damaged. 1 of every 5 max HP starts empty for the heroes. I think that's good enough. Gives us a little bit of ability to still benefit from healing on turn 1 for some characters later on. Yeah, Lost only needs to deal 1 damage. I'm just trying to remove the illusions with them. Fighter, 2 damage from you is similarly okay. Come to think of it, the illusions are only targeting the people that are already surviving. This is a little bit of a nightmare. I think I'm going to lose a character. So... yeah, we're going to have to lose a character this round as well. Damn it. I should have just pushed some additional rolls, I guess. I should probably keep the damage dealer alive. Both of the Luduses rolled their 6 damage on the first round. That's my excuse. I can use Burst, or I can use the Spore here. I'll use the Spore. Ugh. The illusion's really doing number on our party there. The fighter and the mycologist having a little bit worse of a time right now. Ooh. Let's take out Ludus this round. Spore on the mycologist is just enough for them to still have the ability to commit another action there. And now we just have the 1 illusion remaining and more than enough HP to make them run away. Whirl. Finally, some AoE damage. In fact, a lot of it. Although there is also the Trapper with vulnerability. That's also a very powerful thing to set up with the shielding and smithing. I'm going to take the AoE appeal of the Whirl, though. Goblin Court's another Goblin. 3 damage for the Courts seems good to me. If I also burst the Courts, then the Lost can kill it with that final attack. Ooh, wow. Don't even need the burst if I get the setup assistance from the Whirl there. Let's pick up a bunch of mana for ourselves. Probably lose the mana from the mycologist first of all. I think some other version of that turn may have been able to kill them all on turn 1, but again, not necessary when we follow up with the Goblin killing on turn 2. Blindfold removes all keywords from the middle row. I mean, that's pretty good for the mycologist who removes, you know, decay. Let's take it. No decay on you, mycologist. Although I will keep the extra mana. So now you just have a bunch of 2 mana and 3 mana generation. Although a spell that I don't really like. Still not enthused about you, mycologist. I really, really, really want to get into the position where I'm hyped to see the mycologist, but it's so far off in the distant future for me. Okay, Armorer. Well, honestly, you just want to be dealing with AoE this round if possible. It's good enough, good enough. Nothing here went at all like how I would want it to. I'm just going to do the 1 damage AoE for the 1 damage against the slate and the bandit there, and then use 2 bursts to keep both my healer and mycologist alive. That was awful. Not going to be able to overkill the slate, getting the bandit to run away. That's just not going to happen for us. 3 health from the healer, quite useful on themselves right now. Giant defense from the armor, thank you. 3 damage. Not going to be able to take out the bandit with these rolls, unfortunately. Yeah, immediately rolled the exact same thing again, which still, weirdly, cannot take out the bandit. Let's get a giant defense against the lost loss here. And, I mean, if I'm losing the healer anyway, I may as well let them go out in style. I'll split my damage here, not able to take down each individual target at all, but able to get a lot better use out of the keywords by targeting them as we did. Armor buffs the law. I just need as many instances of damage as possible here, and that's basically just it. Okay. Let's give the +1 and decay to the whirl, who then allows the bandit to get finished off in a single action, and a burst finishes off the slate. Dabbler and druid. I kind of like the idea of having the mycologist and the druid on the same party, despite the fact that I don't think it's a good idea at all, in any way, shape, and or form. I think I'm going to do it. Not all ideas should have to be good. Needless constriction of what ideas can be. Druid, you generating shield this turn would be the best. You generating damage this turn's fine. Lost if you can save yourself while the fanatic deals damage to nothing. I would love to see it. Mycologist, that's not your best space. It's not your worst space, but you can push. Okay. Ooh boy, actually. Which of these do I want to lose? Probably the mycologist's shield is the least important here. I'd love to be able to kill the fanatic this round. Best defense that you can get, best defense that you can get. Armorer. I cannot keep the armorer alive. I can't heal them, and I cannot prevent any of the incoming 7 damage to them as a heavy target. They have exactly 7 HP. 1 damage additional after the fact by Bell going dong. Alright. So, go down swinging. Deal as much damage as you can, bud. We're looking to take out the Bell really quickly here. If I burst to save the mycologist, and then burst to attack the fanatic, I think I'm now as best set up as I can be. Oh my god. The fanatic is actually just going to die entirely of their own accord this round. they've decided to attack the one person who can dodge. And in fact, if I roll out a balance there, I can even save myself against the bell. Ah, but it summons imps this round. Okay, I'm really glad that I rolled the useful balance at the very end there, rather than just trying to clock it, you know? Just accept that we're done with this one and move on to the... Oh no, I'm dead. When did that happen? Let's go for the additional damage on the whirl there. Oh god. Really trying to bring everything to just the brink of the end. Good gosh. Finally the bones dies and we get the Crescent Shield and the Silver Pendant. Crescent Shield replace the left side with Shield 1, Repel, Rescue, and Rampage. It can be pretty good, but it really depends on whether or not it's been able to be comboed with something else. I'm going to take it and possibly see more combos for it later. Death Shield upon death, Shield 1 to all allies, for enemies specifically. And Heavy Dice, cannot roll more than 3 dice at a time. Oh! Yeah, that sounds like an absolute nightmare to have to deal with. I'm going to get a Crescent Shield that has Repel, Rescue, Rampage, and 2 shielding here. Oh, Wiz, you get so much max HP for having those 2 Zs in your name. Yeah, that's going to be a wee bit of a problem for us. Okay. 3 damage to a direct target right now from Whirl is pretty good, but Whirl is also our best AoE. Don't want to just settle for that. Honestly, probably. We need to start getting some bones down. There are a lot of the incoming damage on the board this round. Having the ability to smith someone's side? Not really useful when the Whirl has already locked theirs, unfortunately. Okay, lost just full dodge by yourself. Armorer, you can give more damage to the Whirl, so the Whirl actually has the ability to take someone out this round, saving a lot of damage on the Druid. Mycologist, you use a small defense. Druid, you use a slightly larger one. Ugh, thankfully, the Wiz in the backline has not yet decided to summon. That turn is going to be an absolute nightmare. Okay, lost. You rolled basically your best side. It's still not that good. Another AoE strike, or rather a AoE strike found on Whirl. The ability to defend for 5, but we lose armor this round unless we can get any... Ugh. We can't get enough damage on the Wiz in order to stun them this round. We need a bigger effect out of them this round. We need him to go out with a bang, and that was not it. Oh, okay, let's let them use their side as single usage right now. I think we might be dead this early on. In which case, I hope I stitched this to the end of the last video. Oh god. A Spore on Whirl gives us the ability to do 2 damage AoE there. Yeah, there's... We're not long for this world right now, unfortunately. We have a lot of enemies summoning enemies right now and no ability to get through to the back line and actually deal damage to the target who needs to take that damage right now. Very, very little damage potential of our own as well, unless we get very specific combinations of items. Yeah, this has been well and truly over for a little bit of time here. Yeah. Definitely hope I stitched this the previous one. Alas, the weight of that many curses ultimately does take us down. I mean, look, we had 8 different levels of curse, 8 different modifiers. A total of 7 negative and 1 positive. The 1 positive, definitely huge, +2 item quality. But these negatives, oh boy, these negatives, do they ever add up. However, by having died on Cursed mode, we've now unlocked Blessed mode. Let's have a quick look at what Blessed mode is. Blessed mode is the same as Cursed mode, but you start with 2 blessings instead of a curse, giving you a little bit more longevity over the course of the entire run. We may have a look at this in the near future, but I imagine next episode we're probably just going to go into Shortcut Hard for a little bit more of a traditional experience of the game. Until then, though, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slice and Dice. Up at the top left, you can see a series playlist, as well as YouTube recommendation down below, streaming past other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays, and are above the thank you. And a special thanks this episode to Willow. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully see you all next time.